Hi everyone, this is our chapter presentation on chapters 11 and 12, developing strategies for addition and subtraction, as well as multiplication and division. This project was made by Sabrina Margot, Angela Macias, and Kristen Zoyce. This is our lesson plan that we created, all down to the content, the assessment, the learning environment, and the steps through. And then Kristen is going to go ahead and go further into what is included in that lesson plan.
So our lesson plan is about grade 3, and our subject is going to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The lesson title is going to be Missing Numbers, and the length is 60 minutes. The Common Core standards are going to be the orders of algebra thinking, determining the unknown number of the multiplication or division, equal, relating 3, or whole numbers. This is just basically trying to create their own equation with the numbers that are given to them, being able to use big and small numbers to create new numbers. And going on to multiple intelligence address, it's going to be visual, which is going to be interpreting pictures and graphs and charts, logical, analyzing problems and mathematical operations, problem-solving skills. Interpersonal intelligence is going to be communicating verbally, seeing situations from different perspectives because they're going to be working in groups in some of these activities. Body, it's going to be body intelligence, hands-on activities where they can really get involved. Interpersonal, it's going to be cooperative learning, discussing, and there's going to be some individual study along with this as well. The goal of this unit is to develop addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division computation. It's where they can be able to create their own equations, as I said before. Students will be able to identify missing numbers in an equation and solve it. And then the strategy for this assessment, so we're going to use the student participate can be quick form of assessment. Students will turn in the worksheets that then will be graded for assessment. The teacher will walk around and talk about what they're learning and check up on them and see how they're doing to make sure they're fully understanding what's being done in the classroom. The learning environment, the different kinds of diverse learners, we can allow blocks to show the addition and subtraction and other like hands-on activities to really help hone in their skills. And then we're also going to have the students work together in table groups. The materials that we are going to be using is going to be pencil, sketch paper, and then the worksheets that we're going to be passing out. We're also going to be using some technology as in like a smartboard and stuff like that.
Perfect, thank you, Kristen. So let's go ahead and get started with addition. I included a link to a video that I would show the students prior to them engaging in the activity that Kristen used for the lesson plan. It's a good video. It just it explains each of the categories: the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, and the division. And it allows them to get a visual representation of what is expected of them and how to do a lot of these computations in their heads. Let's go ahead and take a practice at one of the games that I chose. The first one is for addition. So it's fun, and a lot of us are stuck at home during this quarantine time, and kids are on their computers anyway. So why not get them involved in learning a little bit more about what they would be doing in a math class, or developing different skills and pushing them rather than having them just play a game that's not in any way beneficial to them. So this one, they add into the beaker whatever the number is in that row. So it's loaded. This is an example. So it is fun. The kids get excited. So let's go ahead and do the first row. 6 plus 0 is 6. So let's go ahead and move the beaker up to 6. And the second one, we'll go ahead and be done. 8 plus 3, 9, 10, 11. Move it all the way up to 11. Go ahead and hit done. So we got to carry over. So 1 is left over. Let's go ahead. Okay, and then a chemical reaction happens. So it's fun. The kids have fun with that. It's not just a worksheet that the kids are writing down on a piece of paper. They're engaged and they're having a lot of fun too. So let's go ahead and move to subtraction. This is another game, quite interactive, different storyline, different plot, so different type of engagement. You are also using those same columns so that students are getting more familiar with carrying over and things of that sort, especially when it comes to subtraction and addition. Let's go ahead and start that game up. There it is. Again, the quarantine struggle of everybody having Wi-Fi, everybody's on at the same time. I apologize in advance. Okay, so 3 minus 3, 0. Let's go ahead and hit complete to carry over. 0 minus 4. So there you go. 10 minus 4, 6. Go ahead and bring the 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So again, a really cool, engaging game for them. Let's go ahead back to that PowerPoint. And Sabrina will go ahead and explain the division and the multiplication.
The next is division. And of course, the division is children who are on a fact challenge. Like Angela said earlier about pandemic and how children are born at home. This one can be a cool family activity because it's not online, but they can spend time cutting out numbers and then build the fact family together, or the parents can bond together with the kids and they can lay out the fact family. But putting a wrong number to use the child to figure out which number is the wrong one, and then create a fact family of division with the right number. So it's a cool family game. And then if you want to switch it up and see if the kids can try and quiz the parent, to just see that so the child can have both perspectives. And then in the classroom, they can compete against each other. The students can compete against, like, being timed against their classmates, which makes it a little competitive and allows them to like to fun in the classroom. And then for multiplication, there is a tic-tac-toe multiplication game. And this game can be done at home, and it can be done without having to go by size, like pens, paper, pencils, anything. The parent can write out the multiplication, and whoever solves them first in 3 in a row, as this is tic-tac-toe, they would win. And this could test their skills, hoping that they will eventually just instantly know these multiplications in their head because they've seen so many times in games. This can also happen in the classroom as well. On the board, the teacher can have people come up and compete against each other. So it's a fun game at home or in the classroom.
And then Kristen is going to go ahead and explain the missing number puzzle. This is connected to our lesson plan.
So the missing number puzzle, there's about 4 different activities. We will be passing them out to the entire group. Each of them gets to pick one. And then after, they're going to come together and discuss what they did and how they figured it out. And while they're doing this, as the teacher walk around and see how they're doing, ask them questions, making sure that they understand how to do it, and if they're having any trouble, answer their questions. And then we would go up to the smartboard and start doing them all together, and then I would call on certain students to give me the answer. And this was just a way to make sure that they understand the material that's given to them, and it's fun and an easy activity for them to really dive into.
And then
we're going to be moving on to the next assignment.
And the next slide is another type of assessment, a more of a formal assessment that can be presented to the class. For example, my games that I brought up earlier, of course in a game you can't show that to the teacher because it's an interactive program that it's not really a form of assessment to present. So, sorry, long story short, this assessment is something that we can use to see if the student has picked up what they were supposed to be learning in class on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and presenting it to the class as if they were teaching it to the class. To wrap it up, what did we learn? We learned different strategies to compute addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We learned how to work with bigger and smaller numbers in each of these groups, and how to work well with others and participate in a lesson. These are the sources that we used throughout our PowerPoint as well as in our lesson plan. And thank you guys so much for listening.